It's good to have you back, Cynical. It's good to have you back, man. Oh, man. So, I wanted to go ahead and make this video more of a personal towards Cynical. For those of you that don't know who he is, which allow me to present you to a YouTuber by the name of Cynical, who owns a YouTube channel by the name of TheGamersJoint. Now, for the most part, Cynical is mostly known for talking about Kingdom Hearts related details and stuff like that. Whether it be Kingdom Hearts news, whether it be like Kingdom Hearts related subjects of that matter. Anything fun or interesting in regards to Kingdom Hearts. Now, a lot of people have talked about it in regards to it, you know, because the majority of the community that is Kingdom Hearts YouTube Pacific videos. People are like, what are you going to do after Kingdom Hearts 3 gets released? You know, it's like, what are you going to do? And it's like, well, no offense, the series isn't over yet, you know, and even still, there's plenty of Kingdom Hearts related stuff to do, you know. There is the simple fact that now with Kingdom Hearts 3, there's going to be a lot of hackers and stuff that are going to try to recreate a Kingdom Hearts randomizer, which that would be interesting to see, a Kingdom Hearts randomized Kingdom Hearts 3. Anyway, point is that there's plenty to do within the Kingdom Hearts community, so they're not going away anytime soon. So, but to see Cynical being back, it's been reassuring to know that he's freaking back. And if you'll give me a few moments, I want to kind of spill something with you guys in regards to Cynical. So, allow me to kind of give you details. So, technically, this channel isn't my first runaround when it comes to YouTube, per se. I technically had a separate YouTube account years ago. Actually, by today's date, I think it'd be like 8 years ago at this point right now. But 8 years ago, I had a different YouTube channel, and it was basically BlackCross reviews. Now, at the time, I only thought that in terms of videos that could be made and stuff, they had to be either informative, or a review type series, or a comical review type series. Makes sense, right? That was my original ideal thought. You know, what with the fact of Nostalgia Critic, Angry Video Game Nerd, The Completionist, JonTron, and stuff like that. I actually thought that that's what it was supposed to be, and I tried to do something like that. Only lasted a month. Because I was trying to make a video every week in terms of review and stuff. And there was multiple problems that I had with that one. Number one, I wasn't very good at writing scripts, so I was just running from the top of my head in terms of thoughts that I thought about the game and stuff, and at the same trying to come up with different ideals in order to make the video fun and stuff. And it's like, didn't really work, especially on a weekly basis, and it just didn't work out for me at the time. Wish I would have had hanged on to that and try to adjust it whenever I was working at the factory stuff, because then maybe I would have had a better time making videos and stuff, because at the time I was still kind of working like a 4 to 5 day type schedule, and then whenever I was working at the factory I was working like 2 on, 2 off, 2 on, 2 off, something like that, and at least then I probably would have had a little bit more time to where I could make the video at a little better quality probably, and eventually grew better. But I kind of had like a rough kind of way of recording gameplay footage and stuff. It was compared to what I've got now, that was basically caveman days. it was stupid. I had to use a different big box device, a DVD recorder, and record game footage into that disc, and then use that disc to put in my computer and rip the video from the disc onto my computer and edit it with Windows Movie Maker, which by today's standard, that was absolute shit. It was absolute garbage. I'm going to tell you that right now. But anyway, point is, I gave up within like a month later and thought that YouTube just isn't for me. Well, it wasn't until years later I got more familiar with other YouTubers, you know. What with the fact of like Markiplier, PewDiePie, and stuff like that. I figured, so Let's Plays is a big thing, so maybe I could jump into that and see what happens, you know? But then it's like, am I good enough? Am I going to be good enough to where people want to subscribe to my channel and stuff? Am I even worth the time and effort? You know, for most people that are fixing to get started onto YouTube, you know, their mind will go through a process of like, am I even good enough for YouTube? And that would be the biggest problem, is are you considered good enough to be YouTube material? And in Markiplier and Drawer the Completionist and other people's standards, they are YouTube material people. But of course, essentially they have better access to better equipment and stuff like that, and better resources compared to me. Where I live in a half-dead ghost town with nothing but thrift stores and pawn shops. I'm not even exaggerating whenever I say that. It's kind of sad, really. But anyway, it wasn't until I discovered The GamersJoint, by accident, actually, from where he was doing a Let's Play series on Kingdom Hearts. Now, this was back before 2.5 and 2.8, as well as 1.5 even first came out. And Cynical was just playing the game and stuff. He was doing like a marathon theme for Kingdom Hearts, what was the most recent announcement for Kingdom Hearts 3 finally being in development and stuff. And it was interesting to watch him. And then he did other videos, you know, he did other reaction videos. He did like unboxings and stuff. He did like, hey, here's an interesting news and information in regards to Kingdom Hearts and other stuff like that. And it was interesting to know that he was just making whatever video he wanted to make. If there was a subject he wanted to talk about, he was going to talk about it. If there was a particular moment that he wanted to record, he was going to record it. If he felt like being hilarious for just a moment or two, he was going to do it. And that kind of inspired me to do my channel the way that I'm doing it right now, you know. It's like, if I plan on making a video, I plan on making a video. If I plan on doing something random, it's going to be something random. If I want to play a video game and just post it on YouTube, that's what I'm going to do too. And I guess you could say it was Cynical that more or less convinced me to do YouTube. Now, when I mean convinced me, I didn't mean like he literally spoke to me and say, hey, you should do a YouTube channel or something like that. No, that would be ridiculous. Although, that would be a fun day for me, just to hang out with Cynical. That would be freaking awesome for me. But, I don't know. Considering he's like 21 now, and I'm fixing to be 30, I don't know if that would work very well. I'm old, you know, and compared to Cynical, he's fresh. I can't believe I actually used that term. But you get my point. The point is that, you know, despite the fact that the age differences aside, you know, he loves Kingdom Hearts, I love Kingdom Hearts, he loves games like Jak and Daxter, Ratchet and Clank, and other PS2 assorted titles. I'm the same way. You know me, my main console of choice would be the PS2. And it's one of those things where it's like, we have that same connection, and it's something that I enjoy out of Cynical. And recently, right now, you know, aside from the fact that he's still playing through Kingdom Hearts 3, he still needs to beat it, but he is playing through it right now, is that he's also collecting retro titles, being that a PS2 and stuff. And that's cool to know, because that means there's a good chance that he's going to be playing other PlayStation 2 titles that he has never gotten a chance to play, much like myself, with over half the stuff that I've gotten in the past couple of years. So it's cool to know that he also shares the same interests that I had, you know, and it's very cool to see it. And I'm so glad that he's back, but some of the things that people have thought of whenever they were trying to investigate, you know, what's wrong with Cynical and stuff, and it's like this. It's like this, guys, okay? YouTubers will do this, okay? JonTron is a perfect example, with the exception of he actually does post stuff on Twitter. Cynical didn't post anything on any of his social media standards, so it's like he was completely gone from the face of the internet, and so everyone was like, is he okay? Is he fine? Even to a point to where he would even they would message his mother and his girlfriend of, is he alright and stuff. And it's like, to go as far as to do that, that's stalker territory, I think. No offense towards anyone who is a fan of Cynical. I am a deep fan of his as well. But to go as far as to even ask individual family members of a person offside things and stuff like that, you know, it's one of those things where it's like, there's a reason why they probably don't talk about it. It's because they feel like they want to keep something personal out of everything else, you know. What with the fact that with social media and stuff, information goes everywhere and stuff, but there are some things that we personally like to keep to ourselves. And I understand that. It perfectly makes sense to any YouTuber out there. But in Cynical's case, he could have at least posted something, you know. Not saying he has to post a video every day or every week, or even post a Twitter comment on Twitter all the time. I fail to do that all the time too. The only thing I do in terms of Twitter, which I'm trying to get better at posting more content and stuff on Twitter, is that I mostly update you guys to let you know, hey, here's another video that's going to be coming out on YouTube, or hey, I'm going to be streaming on Twitch later on. And it's one of those things where I understand coming from his angle, it's hard to kind of post everything and stuff like that. But really, if you have to, Cynical, and yes, you would make a lot of people jealous at you at first, but personally, it wouldn't hurt me whatsoever. If you wanted to, just post a random picture of a steak dinner that you're about to eat or something like that. You know, it's like steak dinner of the week or whatever. I don't know. Because worst case scenario, I just turn around and post something to you and be like, hey, here's my chicken dinner of the week. Because his main theme is chicken dinner, or pull the spicy chicken out of the oven and stuff like that. That's his trend. But anyway. So it's like, which by the way, Cynical, me and Delmar cook a really good chicken dinner. So if you happen to be over in Tennessee side of things of America, which I sincerely doubt you would go straight to Tennessee just to be in America and stuff. But if you ever do, let us know and we will cook you a very good chicken dinner. I'm not even exaggerating. We cook a mean chicken dinner. Anyway, but it's good to know that he's back. I do understand some of the problems and complications he tends to go through and stuff like that. But in all honesty, Cynical, you know, take the time that you need in order to do whatever you feel like you need to do. If you feel like you need to take a break, go ahead and do that. If you feel like you just want to relax for a moment, then do that, you know. It makes sense. It happens. Every YouTuber is like this. But here's the thing, you know, everyone was like joking around or trying to figure out what was going on. My biggest fear, because keep in mind he hasn't posted anything whatsoever, was that he was basically quitting YouTube. That was my biggest thing, because technically this is not the first time something like this has happened. There have been a couple of YouTubers that I have actually been subscribed to in the past, and just for no reason whatsoever, they're completely gone. They just quit. And it was sort of a thing where it's like, in the videos that they had made before they just went completely gone, is that they were posting like certain things that was going to happen. Like there was like medical expenses that was going on. They went through like a particular situation in which it made complications in their life. They had an education situation where they had to like either decide they had to stay in school, or they basically quit out of college and do their YouTube stuff. They were trying to balance their life all together and stuff. And it does happen, you know, whenever you have a life and then you try to do something like YouTube or Twitch. It makes it complicated, you know. It's even hard for me at times. You know, if I had a choice, which... If I had a choice, I would stream every day. Every day, I would stream, regardless of the situation. And then on rare occasions, I would put up a highlight reel, or if you guys wanted to watch the whole stream happen on YouTube, I would post up the whole stream on YouTube. I would do this. I would love to do that. But it's kind of hard to, because I have to have the money in order to pay for bills, to keep the light in the house, to keep the internet to where I can stream and stuff. Stuff like this has to happen, or otherwise I can't do anything. So it's one of those things where it's like, I would love to keep streaming. And this is obviously a thing that I would love to do in the future. It's just not happening right now for me. But again, this was one of those things where it's like, I understand coming from Cynical's angle of where it's like, yeah, he has some situation that's come up and there was nothing that he could do. He just wanted to kind of give himself a little bit of breathing room and just relax for a little bit, because he was kind of going through what is known as a YouTube burnout. And that does happen from time to time, and that's why you have to learn to balance your life and then balance everything else in general, or otherwise it's going to hurt you in the long run. And it can happen. You know, it may not be in terms of depression-wise, but it can push you away from doing something that you love personally. And this does happen. It really does. But anyway, just to kind of end the video on a happy note, Cynical, my boy, it is so good to see you back. I cannot wait to see what other videos you're going to be doing later on. And don't worry, you know, you don't have to rush yourself to beat Kingdom Hearts 3, even though I've already beaten it. Although, if you would love to, which I would love it if you would, that would make my day. I would have to make a schedule to where I would actually be able to sit down and watch you stream it. But whenever Critical Mode finally does get released, which it is on its way, guys, it is on its way. It's actually been updated to let people know that, hey, there's going to be an add-on for Kingdom Hearts 3 later on within the up-and-coming couple months. whenever Critical Mode does come out and you want to do a 24-hour stream of Kingdom Hearts 3 on Critical Mode, I would watch it. Well, maybe not 24-hour stream, but I'm sure you'll probably do like a 5 or 8 hour stream of you playing through Kingdom Hearts 3 on Critical Mode and beat it. I would love to watch that. But anyway though guys, I just want to go ahead and kind of give you my personal feelings towards Cynical, who he is towards me, and I give him a lot of credit, you know. I extremely love him as a person, as a gamer, as a YouTuber. Like I say, he was the guy that kind of inspired me to become the YouTuber that you see right now. So, anyway though guys, I just want to go ahead and end this video and just let you guys know about Cynical. If you haven't checked out his channel, please by all means do. I will leave his link on the channel in the description box below, and please check him out. Give him the love, give him the attention that he needs, because he is everything that you expect from him. He is absolutely wonderful.